All right. Been a little while since I've done this. So let's just jump in. I'm going to be doing a GeoH test. Just for fun, just so I can kill time. Had nothing to do, so I'm going to mess around with this shot. Oh man, the music's dimmed out. Was that all there was to that song? That's kind of boring. Render house. Hello. Hope I'm good. I hope you're good too. I'm just trying to kill some time. Because I'm waiting until 1 a.m. so that I can game. But yeah, for now I'm going to try out a quick thing with geometry tracking. Something I haven't done before. So just going to see how it goes. And Aaron, your voice is pretty echoey. I know, I'm sorry. I bought a new mic today, actually. It's not this mic. This is the old mic. Where's my face cam? This is the mic that I've been using for a little while. It's not the one that I use for the tutorials. This one I can't plug into my mixer. It's a USB. And this one I have to use it because of this 3.5mm jack, and I don't have a XLR mic or whatever. Anyway, I bought a dynamic mic and it's gonna come in soon. It's gonna be a whole lot better. So I hope it's not too bad. This isn't really a super serious stream. I'm just gonna mess around. It's just been a while and I have nothing to do. I have to wait until 1 a.m. because I like Fortnite and the new season's starting and I'm gonna game with some friends. Okay, where am I? Let's see. I wanna do something I haven't done. I want to track this. This is probably going to be really easy. There's probably going to be nothing to this video. I want to do a GeoH trick on this crab track to push it back in depth. I want to use it to track this thing left, right, and whatever, and I'm going to manually animate the depth so it flies out there and lands in the water. So, I just realized that I'm showing my face cam the whole time, and yes. So, how do I switch it back? I described all that while I was full screen on my weird looking face. So, gonna use GeoH on this thing, get it moving left and right, and then yeah, have it land in the water. So let's give it a try. Let's see, first I need to turn off this thing. Actually, I'm gonna go face cam again just for a second so I can shut something off that is irritating my mouse. Okay. Back we go. Okay, this will likely be fast. Probably. Say that all the time. Say that all the time, it's never fast. But either way, I'm gonna be stopping at, I don't know, 1. I'm pretty sure it's 1. So, I'm just gonna track like 3 points max, make this tripod go, and then move straight over to the crab trap. And now, Akam, hello, what's up? Why your voice has reverb? How bad is the reverb? Because I hear the echo, but it's not like actual reverberating echoes, is it? It's just kind of a tin can sound. I hope that's it. It's because the mic is so sensitive right now, because I messed up some settings a while ago. Hold on. Okay, I'm gonna test something real quick. Testing. Nope. Testing. 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 I don't like it. Yeah, sorry, you're gonna have to deal with this. I bought a new mic. I bought a dynamic mic. That's gonna be in a few weeks when I start streaming again. So I'm gonna have a boom pole, so I'm not left just leaving my mic sitting right down here. It's gonna be phenomenal. It's gonna be right beside my face. It's gonna be crystal clear. But it's good. Fine. It sounds so. You sound so sick of my bullshit. It's good. It's fine. We'll put up with your sound. Anyway, Akam, it's been good. I've been okay. A lot of changes going on on the side for me, but a lot of those changes are winding down. Oh, now I'm quiet. Testing. Testing. Okay, we're gonna deal with the echo. I hope this is fine. Okay, let me track this. I'd like a point way over here. Fill this area out. Also hope the music isn't distracting. I like synth. Figured out there was a copyright-free Stream Beats playlist for synth, and I love it. Oh, this point is nasty. I don't like that. So let's go and try to do a high pass so I can avoid the lighting shift. So let's go 0.501, 0.5, 0.4, 499, 1. And I'm gonna go a blur 3, high pass of 1. Let's see, ew, that looks awful. So we're gonna change our resolution. No, we're not gonna change our resolution. We're gonna change our channel depth. Channel depth, we're gonna change to float because, hey, look at all the data. Lovely. And now let me go back to filtering. I'm gonna turn my high pass down to like 0.7. Blur 3, maybe? Sure. I like it. Right. Let that cache through. I like my camera angle. Sure. I like it now. A little bit. Oh, okay. I think I'm a little bit more awake than usual. Usually when I do these streams, it's kind of late for me and I'm very tired. But today I am well rested because I napped, just so I'd be awake when I'm gaming in 2 hours. Criticize it all you want. I really like Fortnite. New season. I had to be awake for the next one. So once it's able to be playable at 1, I'm gonna stop streaming so I can play Fortnite. So I can kick some ass. Let's see. I might as well put another point right here. Yeah, whenever you have the chance, make sure your trackers are always paired up with a buddy. It's gonna reduce the noise in that area. Even if you just double up a couple trackers like this, people will tell you, no, you got a tracker over there. You don't need another one. No, just do it. It's gonna average out the noise. And those points, they're gonna work off of each other. It's gonna help your distortion. Oh, I'm gonna get that whole monologue tattooed on my chest one day of just why multiple points is good. I've repeated it so many times. Need to stop. Like a broken record. Also, if you use a high pass, please don't use an intense high pass like this. Because what you get is you get very jagged pixels. And the jagged pixels, they're actually gonna bump your tracker around. So, go into your high pass, take your high pass, I don't know, reduce it by something. See, I have softened it out. The pixels aren't as crunchy. The tracker is not looking at like harsh values that it's gonna try and track to. It's a little more dispersed. It's kind of like adding a blur without adding a blur. Magic. Okay, so, oh, there we go. Dimitri, and Luma instead of RGB, good too, in image prep. Yeah, it's something, you know what, I don't understand why. Because, I've talked about this too a little bit. I've been instructed years ago to turn it to Luma as well. But you turn it to Luma, it's not like if you go to RGB, you can see the shift in channels and you can get, if you have chromatic aberration, which is the reason I was told years ago to use Luma. I was told that to avoid chromatic aberration, but Luma, it doesn't get rid of it. You go into the individual channels and then you can see the shift in all the channels. But I know Luma, I think, makes it easier on like cache and stuff. I don't know. I haven't looked too far into that. So if you have a good explanation, I would actually love to see it and be corrected on it. Because I just don't see the point. What was I doing? Oh, yeah. Wait, what was I? Okay, Luma instead of RGB, good to, yes. But no, Dimitri, if you have a good reason behind that, I actually would love to see it. But it just seems to make a black and white version of all of those channels mixed. And as far as I know, it only is really good for saving cache. I use that sometimes. Sometimes I pick individual channels just so I can do an extra long sequence. Render, did you do something about that shot you were doing the earlier streams? I think B has more contrast than it. Oh yeah, the color channels. If you use individual color channels, it's gonna help you pull some more detail. Because then if you have, because the blue channel is a very noisy channel typically in any shot. It's also why blue you could use for keying. It's not a very common color on humans. But blue is a very dark channel and it's very noisy and grainy. So yeah, if you use different channels for tracking, if you use green or red, which are the better ones, they're not as noisy, you can end up getting a better track if you subtract out the problem channel that is introducing the majority of the noise. But yeah, I agree with that. Like, you can select individual channels, but I just don't see the point of Luma. I just kind of assume Luma was more visual than it was effective in tracking. Because it is nice for you to black and white full RGB plate, because you can clearly see black and white values now. You can see the contrast in what I would say is more representative of what Synthesize is seeing, because Synthesize is looking at every channel. It's looking at a value 0 to 1 or maybe more with the float channels. That's a guess. I'm not that technical with that stuff. But yeah, I don't know. To me, it's more visual. This specific channel, not so much very utility driven. I think I'm done with my points. I don't want to track anymore. Now, you know what? I should just cover one more right in the center because distortion. Dimitri, okay. Is that like, are you gonna rate a description or something? I would actually love to see it. But if it was like okay for just what I said, I don't know. I don't know what I'm talking about. It's just been my guess throughout the years. I just haven't personally seen the reason. Oh, I should be offset tracking this, but I'm kind of lazy. I'm gonna do it. And now let's turn it off. There was a little bit of pop there. Let's turn it back on, but not track there. Okay, so I got these points. I'm kind of done. I don't want to track this anymore. So I'm going to go to solver. Let's go to tripod. And actually, let's also reset all of my stuff here. I don't want to look at this anymore. Got that. And calculate distortion. I'm not going to bother with any of the other parameters here because I have nowhere near the amount of trackers I would need to calculate a proper distortion. So not going to try. Not going to try at all. Ren, when we offset the track, does it need to be on the same position at Z depth? Yes. Yeah, absolutely. One sec, let me hit solve on this. And yeah, it's fine. Yeah, if you can, I think I talked about it in my tutorial, in my new 2D tracking tutorial. And I think I showed an example of it, but yeah, try to track things at the same depth. This isn't a good shot to explain it on, of course. But if you happen to need to track things at different depths, that is why you can go, so let's say I track this, offset this, And this crosshair, you can move it. And now you can track this, and if there was an offset in the depth, you can now move this back to where it wanted to be or whatever. And then when you shut it off, your tracker's new position is going to blend. See how it's animating right there? So you can offset for that shift if you have to. I did it a little bit sloppily there, sorry. I hope that was helpful. Oh man, I forgot how sloppy I was and stuff before doing pre-recorded stuff. I had to do all those tutorials because of educational stuff for track VFX. So it kind of forced me to do that, and those were a little bit more refined. And now it's kind of freeing that I can screw up and not restart. Thank you, Render House. Now it's good to know that was helpful. Offset tracking. Not a lot of people use it as much as they should. I'll admit, I actually don't use it as much as I should. Okay, so now that I've done that, I've done the camera. What was I shooting this at? This was at, actually let me go set my Black Magic preset. So I got my back plate. And what is my lens? It's on, hold on. This was 18 mil. Oh look, it solved 18 mil, perfect. I could lock it off to 18.6, but the exact locked off value is never the actual focal length because of distortion. And here I have positive distortion, that makes sense. When I zoom my lens in all the way, I get positive distortion. So, yeah. Let's do a little bit of orientation. So I'm going to come over to 3D, Earthling, and the scale I'm going to be using is 170 centimeters. Well, actually, this guy's pretty short. I'm going to go 150 centimeters. Render, do we need to care about the values after point like 18 or something? 18 point something? What's the value of that for? Is that like a solve error? 18 point, yeah, what's that for? Yeah, you have to let me know. I don't know. Oh, focal length. Oh, okay. Do you need, okay. So, 18.614, like, yeah, so my values go into the decimals, go after the decimals here. And yeah, it matters. So, let me try something. I'm gonna go make a plane real quick. All right, so this plane, if I go to the lens, let's make it 18. So that was a pretty big difference. If I go to 19, see that small little shift, that ended up to be a pretty big difference. So having those in between decimals, like even like 2 places after it there, it's a pretty significant change. So you definitely want to give SynthEyes the freedom to mess with those values. A lot of people will tell you some clients will tell you, lock this to 18, lock this to 50, but the distortion changes things, and that big of a difference, you're better off letting SynthEyes figure it out as best as it can. If you can, guide SynthEyes, because you can set some point weighting where you can get close to 50 if SynthEyes won't do it by itself, but you can still let SynthEyes introduce some of its own solve in there. You know, it depends on how much data you have to work with in your shot. Helpful, nice. Yeah, I never thought about that one. I have to keep that in mind. That's a good question. So I'm going to resolve this now. There we go. And let's see. Oh, my distortion went to negative. That's fine. I don't care. It's wrong. The distortion is wrong, but I just don't care. This is just a quick test for GeoH. So let me finish my orientation, and then let me do a quick GeoH test. Whoops. I wish Hole Effects Meshes was off by default, so I can turn it on later. I never use it first, ever, but I do use it later. All the time. So now, move that guy. Good, fine. And I'm gonna go 4 on my keyboard. And I wanted 4 because I wanted the perspective view over here. I'm gonna hit lock. Great. And now I'm just gonna level out the horizon line. There's an automated method to do this with like phases and a couple trackers on the horizon, but I don't like phases. So just gonna do it manually. Rotate hole. Is the music loud enough to be worth it, or is the music annoying? Again, I don't know. I like synthy stuff. So if it's annoying, let me know. Keep it low. Did I turn it up too much? How's that? Okay, my horizon line, happy with it. It's fine. It's no, I was gonna make a dumb joke. It wasn't gonna work. Okay, let's see. Good. That is dandy. All right, I'm gonna mess around with GeoH now, and I might mess this up. So we're gonna see what happens. GeoH. Depending on what approach I start with it, I work with GeoH a lot, it's fine, but I usually do it with the objects. I don't usually do GeoH raw by itself. And I've noticed sometimes I've run into a little issue, but we'll see what happens. So, 3D, nope, we're gonna go to GeoH, and I'm going to, I'm going to go shot, add moving object. And I should put my point track on this crab trap first. All I need is 1 point, and I'm gonna do it where the rope makes contact. And this is gonna be very crude. This does not need to be good. And I'm just gonna use by hand to spline it off frames, spline it off screen a few frames. Oh, the screen wrap is messing up on my computer. That's fine, whatever. No, screen wrap, please, no. That's a little rough for me to make out. I could still see the orange. Renderhouse, how are you so precise? You really awesomely manually animate the points. This isn't super precise, I'll be honest. This is, you know, it's motion blur. There's a lot of clients who will look at a play blast and see a super sharp image on a, like, when you're finished a shot and you render a wireframe or play blast, if you can help it, maybe put some motion blur on it, because if you show clients or people a play blast with a sharp wireframe, that wireframe is not going to display what the CG is doing. They're going to see like maybe a sphere or something that's going to look like it's sliding or doing weird stuff, but that's because it's not blending into the scene. If you can help it. Like this here, this point, I don't know if it's sticking, honestly. Here I see I messed this frame up. I'm just guessing. I'm just guessing very fast because I have the freedom to do so on a motion blurry frame. Also, it happens to be a shot that I'm just screwing around on. can't see. Let's use by hand. And I'm just gonna find it when it comes back. Here we go. And now I'll work my way up here. Hey, that's okay. Probably wrong, but it feels right. Gross. And my phone's going off, and my Discord's going off. Everything's going off. Sorry, let me text in the middle of this. Okay. Okay, so... Oh, that's rough. I'm gonna delete these two keys and turn this to by hand. And I'm gonna find the next frame where I'm comfortable. And sure. Ah. And let's go by hand. I do plan to make like a more advanced tracker thing here soon. It's going to show by hand, it's going to show motion blur, it's going to show tracking dark footage, it's going to show coalescing points. I don't know what all I'm going to go through with it. I have some weird tricks that I want to show off. But eventually I'm going to do a bunch of weird, tougher stuff for tracking. And last few frames we'll just leave them kind of crude because I'm bored. I'm going to call that done. Okay, we have a magnificent tracker, so I'm going to hit play. Oh, it's beautiful. Okay, let's see, I'm going to save. Alright, so let's give this a shot, this GeoH thing a shot. Also, let me see my message again. Alright, GeoH, watch me fail. I'm going to start GeoH right here because it's right beside him. My ear's itchy. Okay, so I made my object and I tracked a point under it. Now, we're going to go to solver. We are going to tell this object to not solve with automatic or fine or tripod, but to solve as GeoH track. Now that I've done that, I'm going to jump over to the GeoH tab and hit F4. Okay, my object is down here. So here's where I think I'm going to screw it. Oh, my ear's so itchy. Oh, man. Can't wait until we evolve out of ears. Won't even need ears anymore. Just the surface of our skin everywhere will feel the vibrations in the ether. That's how we're going to hear from now on. Man, what a weird thing for somebody to go and caress your skin and have that sense of touch and hearing. That was a dumb thought. Let's see. I'm pretty sure this is going to screw up. I remember this now. I'm pretty sure I'm going to mess this up. So I'm going to translate this object. That won't translate. Great. Oh, but I could move it like this. Oh, let's go whole. Why can't I move this? Okay, so let's go drag it with these things because for some reason I can move it with these. I have never not seen myself not be able to move this. Aaron, top Calvin coats, I can't wait until we evolve out of ears. Oh no. Yeah, that was a weird thing to say, wasn't it? Okay. So he's swinging the cage like right beside his hips. So I'm going to move it down. You can see my objects lining up over here. I don't know why I have to move the sliders like this. I never have to. What? I just touched it and it snapped back. That's got to be a GeoH reason. Oh, you know what? Let's go to GeoH. Check off key. And what if I unlock all of this now? Oh my goodness. That was it. That was it. Okay, so GeoH. The point of GeoH tracking is that you don't really do a solve. Well, not a traditional kind of a solve. You basically have an object and you say like, oh, here's the x-axis. Like, you can have a tracker drive your object going left and right, up or down, forward and back. But you have to unlock these. You have to unlock these joints. You have to unlock these locks. And there we go. I have to move this now. Okay. So this object does not need to be lined up perfectly. I'm also going to make a plane underneath it. And we'll zero out the translations. There we go. Perfect plane. Now that we have a perfect plane, I'm going to turn the divisions down to something a little bit prettier. Why not? And this tracker. Okay. The tracker. So I'm going to drop this onto the plane. So I dropped it onto the plane. I have a hotkey, but you can come up to tracker or up to track, drop in the mesh. So now I'm going to take this object, go back to GeoH. Oh, and I can't drag distance, huh? Okay, so here's what I'm gonna do. Oh crap. Okay, so I have something extra I have to do now. I'm gonna go back to camera. I have to find the point where the thing hits the water. So I'm gonna go make a plane. This plane's gonna be my water. And I'm going to, I know he's on a dock and the dock is like something like this. Just, you know, I was there in person. I shot this. So that's roughly how high it is. So now, let's see. Splash. So he's sitting over there in the water. Now, let's make something to represent that. I like helper points, but I'm going to use a disc. Why not? What is that? Six faces? Okay. Oh, it's not even on the... I forgot. Oops. There we go. Sure. That's fine. Okay. So now... on the frame where it makes contact, I'm gonna go to GeoH, and I'm gonna select my object. I got a message. Who was that? Okay. That threw me off. Sorry. Also, I'm gonna come to solver, drag my world size up. There we go. And I'm gonna hit J to hide my trackers. Alright, so F4, this object, I want it to start, I want the first keyframe over here, so I'm going to go trackers, nope, I'm going to go GeoH, I'm going to turn the lock back on for Z, I'm going to manually drag that, but X and Y is free to track, I've unlocked it. So let's just go ahead to the end. And I'm gonna drag Z. Oh dear. Oh, no way. It has a limit? Why? How do I get around that? This is stupid. Okay, okay, so. Unbound. Minimum maximum values. Or minimum maximums. Whoa. I'm gonna crank that way up. Oh, sweet. I learned something. Okay. I had no idea that was a thing. Cool. This is why you screw around. Or read the manual, I guess. I like screwing around more. It's more, a whole lot of fun. Within reason. Reasonable screwing. Okay, I'm done with that now. I'm a child. I am 12 years old. Okay, so I got my 2 frames now. So that diamond is going to travel between these 2 points. And it looks linear. That is perfect. And now, because I already unlocked this, also I'm going to turn off key up here. This key is for image-based tracking for the geometry. We don't need that. Okay, let's hope this works. So we should watch this diamond fly upwards and backwards. So please. Oh my goodness, it's working. Cool. And let's take F7. I'm going to go to that object. Go to solve path. Turn off the color thingies. And let's get rid of all this useless path we don't need. What's this? Be gone. Okay, so why did it snap into position? Oh, because I tracked it. Lol. Okay, let's delete that. And somebody slap me if I ever say lol out loud again. Slap me all you want, though. I'm gonna say it in my real life. Okay, I'm gonna turn off the stuff now. Actually, I'm gonna hit lock and just get out of this tab. I don't think it'll retrack. Yep, we're good. Hey, that worked. Okay, cool. Let me go and apply my crappy distortion. Another one to, oh no. Oh no. Another one to add to the quotes pile. Reasonale screwing. Ha, you messed it up. It's about reasonale screwing. I am safe from the books. Okay, so now that I've messed with that. So again, this stream is mostly me just trying to kill time because I'm just waiting to play Fortnite at 1 in the morning when the season is available. So I'm just screwing around until then. What time is it? I have 2 hours? Okay. I'm probably not going to stream that long, but we'll see. I'm probably not. I don't have that much knowledge. So I'm just, for no reason, going to take this in the Blender and mess around with it in Blender. What do I got? Let's just get rid of this crap. So I haven't. I've been using Blender a lot on the side. I'm okay with it, but I forgot how. Let's go Olympic. A comm, please do. I'm trying. Okay, let's see. I'm just giving it a save spot on my other monitor. So tracking, alembic, sure, save. What are the settings again? Do I have to touch anything? I don't think so. I think the scene scaling is how I wanted it from a long time ago, so I'm gonna leave that and hit OK. And also I gotta write out my plate. Make something in Houdini. I'm so bad at Houdini. I haven't used Houdini in so long. I wish. Okay, so we got, man, I just want to jump into Houdini now. I'm going through a Blender rigging course. Somebody on the Discord recommended a rigging course in Blender, and it's been awesome. So like, I don't know, I've been messing around a lot with the armature thing. Let me go back. Okay, what was I doing? I exported this. I need my plate. Save sequence. If you save your sequence, something you should do just to make it easy, go to wherever your sequence is, and then change the type from JPEG to your EXR, whatever your format is. Click the first frame. Now you've stolen the naming convention. And then just change it to JPEG. Also, make sure you type in like _ UD after your naming so you know it's the distorted plate. Good. Okay, file import. Can I just go? Oh no. There's cords over my keyboard that I can't wait to get rid of because I need a boom pole for the mic, which again, I've ordered one. It's coming in. Import Alembic. Bro, I watched many courses, but still couldn't figure it out. Still stuck in Houdini fundamental. Oh, I know. I was at the point where I was comfortable like shaping explosions and shaping my fractures and stuff. I was okay messing with particles. I couldn't make particles follow a path. With fracturing, I didn't quite get to the point where I was having smoke or textures be emitted from the fractured like in-betweens. I was okay with glue networks. I wasn't great with glue networks. Anyway, what was I doing? Render house, it's gonna convert into JPEG? Yes, I just saved out my UD plate as a JPEG sequence because JPEGs are faster in other shots. Okay, let me load this in. Where is it? Okay, I gotta bookmark something here. Okay, I'll be there in one moment. Hey! Alright, this looks awful. What's this? What is that? Oh, there goes my buddy. Why did I have this? What is this? Plane. Did I put another plane in there? Oh, look at that. Why would I do that? I remember why I did that. I did that for the distortion thing. Okay, gone. Whoops. And I'm gonna immediately change this to like random. I love random colors. Render house. It's gonna convert into JPEG. ISO offset. ISO offset. ISO offset. Oh, Aaron told me to learn 3D. I'm okay. I can do some 3D. I had to learn it for a project I can't talk about yet, but I can do some okay distortion. I can't do manual paths and stuff. Like if I wanted to make my own camera path, I can't do that yet. Oh, these are the most uncomfortable headphones that I've ever owned. They were just cheap. Let's see. What was I doing? Okay, camera. Let me split my view. And get rid of that. Um, so I'm here in my image folder. Gonna select all of it. View transform from filmic to standard. No one. See you. None? Hello? Aaron, I'd actually concentrate on work now. Have a fun stream. Thank you so much. Yeah, it's just messing around. I'm kind of done. I might be done any minute, honestly. I'm just messing around. There we go. Okay, where's my offset? There we go. Oh, I wanted to shrink this. Oh yeah, that's right. Individual origins. Also, let's go turn on... Nope, not that. Hey. I thought I was able to make the wireframes colored. Hey, there we go. Also, why does my shot go on a few frames after? That's weird. I'm not gonna worry about it though. Can I not display this? Oh, I can turn that down. Okay. What's this? By the way, I don't expect anybody to learn anything at this point. If you gotta go somewhere, no worries. I don't know what I'm doing here. I can do some fun stuff in Blender now, but I just haven't brought a camera in here to see how it's all set up in a long time. So I'm just kind of learning here. And why is my wireframe? I don't want him to look like that. X-ray? Yes, X-ray. Cool. Occluded. Have you completed that smoke shot you were tracking on streams? No, I'm still doing that one. I almost tracked it now. It's just the thing is that I want to actually do that full thing on stream, the VFX included. Except, so on the side, I'm actually in the process of transitioning out of Track VFX to another studio. So which is why I had to build the whole syllabus course. All those videos that I just uploaded to YouTube, I uploaded those because I need to leave behind some training for when I leave, whenever that is. So that all started in motion when I was starting that shot. And that's kind of around the time where I had to do a couple easy streams, but then I just ran out of time. And now I had to put all the focus onto those edited videos. Is it a favor they asked for? No, it's something I wanted to do for a long time. Doing the edited videos is something I've always wanted to do. It's just they take more time and effort than the live streams. But Yeah, it was good timing just to actually sit and dedicate time. Like I spent a lot of work hours doing those videos and recording and re-recording, trying to remember what a beginner might know or not know, which was a struggle. I'm not good at recording beginner tutorials at all. The more expert tutorials were so much easier to record. The beginner stuff, I keep forgetting the thousands of things that people might want to know. I don't like relationship lines. There we go. I don't know what else I'd want to do to this. I'm kind of like happy with this test now. How do I clip this? And 192. I'm having fun with this. Cool. Yeah, I'm done. I'm done with this. How much time do I have till freaking Fortnite comes back? Sorry, 1 second. I can't find a time. I'm pretty sure it's 1 a.m. Okay, whatever. I don't know if there's anything else I want to do. I don't know. Is there any questions before I potentially step off? Okay, I have a question. I tracked a drone shot in 3D with, I think, 200 plus trackers, maybe. Not sure. So the thing is, how can I make a layout geo from that? You did this with Synthesize? Did you track that drone shot in Synthesize? Track something. Oh, 3D. Oh, 3DE. Let's give it a, I could give 3DE a shot. I'm not good at it. Not what I wanted. Track something in 3D. All right, hold on. Let's see. Just gonna swap this so I can see if I have some plates available. Yeah, I just got to do a little dive for some footage and see what's there. Where am I? Okay, let's see. Render. I made something out of it, but as a VFX tutors, one of the finding depth video helped me find a depth of a scene to make a geo. Oh. So, is it a good way to make geo of a scene or any other method of making that? Calvin, this echo, it's artificial. I'm sure it is. Artificial? Hold on, let me listen to my stream. Hold on. I'm gonna talk for now just for 1 second because I want there to be a fair bit of voice when I load this up on my iPhone so I can give it an old listen. But I just gotta keep talking for 1 second. Running out of things to say. I'm not very creative. But you can bear with me. Okay, 1 sec. I'm gonna take my headphones off. And I hope this is good. Oh man, my voice just changed without hearing it feed back into my face or into my ears, sorry. Okay, I'm gonna hit play on this and mute my mic so I don't get feedback. That totally sounds weird. Yeah, that sounds not right. I might know where it's coming from, but we're gonna bear with it for this stream. Okay, so where was I? What was I doing before that? Oh yes, sorry. Render house. I don't remember what CG Tutors did in that video. So, and yeah, sorry, I'm still just grabbing a shot for 3D here. But yeah, I don't remember what CG Tutors did. I don't remember if I've even seen the video. I likely have. I've watched most of them. So I couldn't comment if it's a good method what he did, but it likely was. He's a smart dude. I need an easy shot because I don't want to spend all day tracking in 3D because I'm not good at 2D tracking 3D. And I don't have any points prepped for it. So, forest floor. I think I got one. Oh, I got one. No, I don't want to do that one. No, we're going to do it. We're going to do it. Okay. Nope, no, we're not. Marine Drive Station people. Why would I say people? What's that shot? I want to see what this is. Again, I'll switch my screen in a moment. I just check my OBS settings. My OBS settings are on my stream PC, and my stream PC I gotta use Synergy to swap over, but I don't want to start it back up just so I can mouse. I don't have a second mouse and keyboard for the stream PC, so it's a little bit annoying. Nope, I don't want to do that shot. Okay. Yeah, sorry about this. I really wasn't prepared to try out 3D here and fail. Oh, I got one. Oh, I got a good one. Okay. You. Okay, let's see. I'll swap my plate in a second here. There was a couple messages I missed on chat. Let me see what that was real quick. Dan, this can't be real. You're live. This is powerful. I'm a powerful boy. A lot of vegetables in this diet. Oh man. I have been eating a lot more vegetables lately. I eat a decent amount of vegetables anyway, but for some reason I've been eating a lot more of them. Oh, I know why. A friend convinced me to get a rice cooker. Best decision I've ever made. Or best decision somebody's made for me. It's so great and versatile. It makes steaming things so easy, and you get a mountain of rice with it. I used to be one of those people boiling the water and dumping the rice in because I'm very basic. Oh, I guess that was the only message I missed. Okay, whatever. We're gonna swap this over now to 3D and watch me fail because I haven't touched this in a while. I have to relearn it every time I touch it. So here we go. Okay. What do we have here? First, can I play back? Can I? I'm not gonna do that. Let's just hit play and let it cache that. Cache like that. USB sharing software. What? Use USB sharing software. Wait, what's the context? I don't remember. But you know rice make belly bigger. Oh man, see, it's weird to say because then I think of everyone around the world who are consuming rice every single day and consuming it in droves and consuming mountains of it, and they look fantastic. Yeah, there's a lot more to diet than just individual foods. You need variety. And also, you gotta move. Come on, I didn't play the start of it, I guess I forgot. Hey, there we go. Okay, so. I'm not good with 3D. I don't know how to orient a scene here. So we'll see what happens. I'm just gonna track this with a couple points. How do I place a point? I can't remember. Oh, F2, Control. There we go. I don't track in 3D ever, so I'm just guessing here. Center 2D. Dimitri, use playback buffer compression. Do I have to? Because I did this. I know I probably should. I just don't know if it helps me now that I've cached it. I don't know what the compression file does differently than a cache, honestly. Go, buddy. And endpoint? Okay. I do love the skewing tracker. I love that. Maybe this. Playback buffer compression. So I have to export compression file? Like, that's the idea, wasn't it? Come back here. I can't remember how to track backwards, so I gotta go up here and change it all the time. Why? Oh, weird. I think this point lasts. Oh no. I don't want to detract from there. There we go. Cool. I'm okay with that. Bernows, do you make the whole geo out of track for the 3D integration of something, and how do you make? Do I make the whole geo out of the track? Sometimes yes. I'm trying to think. Did I touched on it a bit in my camera solve tutorial. There are some tricks to do it. It's really just modeling. If you've ever modeled to measurements, if you've ever modeled to just snap to locators, yeah, there's nothing really special about it. Yeah, I do it in Maya. Always Maya. Maya has really good snapping hotkeys that, let's say, Blender doesn't have, and other software, their hotkeys are a little, I don't know, Blender's hotkeys for snapping, like pivots and stuff, is amazing. So, yeah, it's typically Maya that I use. I haven't really used other software for it. I've looked into other software and I've seen kind of their workflows a bit. Why isn't this going? Oh, you have to end. I don't like that. That's weird. There's probably hotkeys I'm missing here. Render, but it's difficult to find depth. Depth. So, depends on how much motion you have in your shot. And if you don't have any motion, then you're going to have to find a surface, slide geo across, and connect surfaces that you can see touching. But to find depth, there's a trick that do I show this trick? There is a trick to use a locator. So if you think about it, hold on. Your eyes, to see parallax, you have one eye looking like this, and then your other eye like intersects the detail between these two positions. So if you have your camera starting here and then moving here, that's your parallax. That's your beginning and end frame. Where's my synthesize? So synthesize in the solver, you have a beginning and end frame right here. This is basically if you had your eye at one, if you close and have one eye open, sit it right here, and then if you move left and right, you see parallax again. So your beginning and end frame, every solving software starts with 2 frames, and it calculates the points based on the parallax it can calculate between those 2 positions first. And hopefully those points found the correct position, because all the other frames are then going to go in between, and build out your scene and iterate where your points are sitting to try build out your solve. Now, if you don't have depth, wait, why was I saying all that? That was a big tangent. What was I know the question, but why did I tangent into that detail? Oh, yes, okay, sorry. Define depth. If you need first off, try to track a point anywhere where you need modeling done. That's the simple part. Try to put a tracker anywhere that you might need to snap some geometry to. If you don't have trackers, you're gonna have to manually make a point in Maya, which you can take your camera in one spot, again, this is something I have to show with a shot, but I don't have a shot at the moment. Man, do I even try to explain this? Maybe I do have a shot. But let me save that for a couple minutes. Let me track a couple really crappy trackers and see what happens if I hit solve. Yeah, it's a hard one to explain without demonstrating. So let's go here, control. You know, the only time I really use Synthesize, honestly, to solve is when I'm doing set survey, because I love adding multiple lenses, having distortion for each individual frame, or different cameras. Like sometimes you have to go into Google and find pictures of a stadium or something. I can have multiple lenses work with different distortions. Synthesize, you can only do one on a survey sequence. No, lock on. Oh, endpoint 2. I hate that. There's probably a better way. Yeah, I got it. Same method showed by VFX tutor. Oh yeah, he did it too. I had such a stupid way to figure that out when I was in school. I figured that trick out by accident because I was so frustrated in trying to track multiple points in PDF track at the time. So I was in Maya. I made a long cylinder. Like, I had the camera on one position, and then I was like, okay, there has to be a way to do this. So maybe if I make a straight line from the camera to infinity and then leave it sit there in space, if I scrub the camera head, then I'm gonna see the cylinder at some point. It's gonna have to intersect with your detail still, which it does. So then I use that, and then I put geo snapped right where it intersected with the footage, and I was like, oh, well, there's my thing. And then I realized, oh, I could just use a locator, position it, snap the locator's scale to the camera, and then scale it in depth. So when you scrub ahead, now you can scale your locator, and it will go and find that position again. Yeah. Another question, or another thing. Putting helpers and setting its pivot to the camera and scale it. Yeah. Yeah, exactly. I wish Synthesize you can position your target box like this. I love this so much. Nice. Okay, so I got a point there. Can I put a point right here at this weird little corner? Please work. Just work. Okay, that's pretty good. I like it. It's okay. It had a little pop in it, but whatever. Oh no. Center. That might be okay. Backward. Endpoint. Cool. And why do we use survey points in 3D? I just know manually track and solving in 3D and some auto distortion solving thing, but what is survey and all? Oh, survey, let's see. I did a, Dan, how's your new job? I don't have it yet. I don't have it just yet. I am currently talking to people right now. Yeah, I currently have, I'll likely be able to talk about it very soon. Track VFX. I can't wait for the day that some of these synthesize tutorials come up as the first thing in the search. I hope that happens. Let's see. Survey. Using scan geometry. So I have a tutorial on this. Oh, be quiet, Calvin, please. Surely it's gonna happen. Oh, I hope so. So, surveying. I have a scan here. The point of surveying is measurements. That's what surveying is. So, measurements can come in any form. This scan, this photo scan that I did, it's all photogrammetry. It's measurements of the photos. So, it's survey data that I can take a point, snap it to the correct corresponding point on the LiDAR or scan, and you can align your camera up to the scene. So that's why you want to use survey data. Survey data it could just be you could just take your ruler and measure something, and there's your scene scale. That's some survey data. Yeah, survey data is measurements, but you can call these scans a form of measurement. But yeah, if you have a set, because they might scan a set and then model some CG extension and stuff, and it's gonna line up to this scan. But now you have to line up to this scan so that the CG that they've built lines up from all the camera tracks. So that is why survey data is important. Survey data is important for consistency. Lining up to some geometry helps out your focal length. It helps your camera position. Dan, what separates pro from amateur? I tried to think of a joke first up front, but I couldn't think of the joke, so I'll just jump right into the answer. So there's I'm trying to think of where I want to draw the line, because I've seen seniors fail at junior shots, and these seniors are people who've been working for I think the last guy that I once talked to, he was working for like 7 years, I think. And the first shot that we saw him do, it was something one of our juniors at Track VFX could have done in a couple hours, and this guy took 2 days. So it's kind of weird. Different types of shots can stump different people. I sometimes could be stumped by a very easy shot that my boss can figure out in a few minutes. Yeah, I'm just trying to think of where I want to draw the line of what would make a senior and an amateur. Okay, here's what I think, I guess. Here's what I think. So, I think if you can do If you get to the point, see this video extending motion path that I did? If you can get to the point where you can manually blast out a problem area and splice your own path a little bit and like graph it or stuff and then refine it, I think this gets you out of amateur territory, but this is a very easy example. I don't know if it gets you into pro territory. Pro territory, I think pro territory might require, let's say you have a rotomation in a shot and there's an object in that hand. You have to distance solve those objects together, and those objects have to connect with the floor in the scene. And all those things have to be smooth in the depth of the space, in the volume. And also you can't have like, I think when you're distance solving things together accurately in space, I think that might be when you're starting to get into pro territory personally. And I also hope that by that point you understand distortion. You could get to some of those tougher areas without being good at distortion. But I personally would say that maybe once you start animating your path, you're distance solving things together, I think that might be where I would call it pro territory. Maybe. I hope that was a good answer. That was a rough answer. I don't have an exact answer. That one's kind of subjective. I'm surprised people are still watching this old tracking tutorial. I gotta hide that one. I don't want people watching that one anymore. Yeah, these tutorials are meant to get you out of junior territory into understanding the most core concepts. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know where I would drop that. Dan, it's great. Thanks. Awesome. That's good that it helped out. Okay, what's it doing? Back to, let me try to fail at 3D faster. Oh, I'm not enjoying this part. I don't like 3D. Well, I like 3D. I just, I'm not fast in it because I haven't used it for so long. It's awesome, but just not fast in it. Let's put some trackers here. Ren, a lot of queries has been answered. Got any more queries? I like answering random questions because it makes me think of stuff that I haven't thought about. Half the answers I give on these streams are stuff that I'm just pulling out of thin air. Because I don't know, this stuff just doesn't come across my desk every day. Okay, what's some foreground points I can knock out? I don't want to track these. I don't want to track the foliage. I could track the branch, but I don't want to correct anything here if it doesn't stick. Let's see what 3D does with this. Oh, that's bad. I don't want to spend time nudging that, so I'm not gonna. Delete it. Wait. Oh no. So I'm having a display issue. My delete box is not appearing here now. Oh no. Oh no, I'm stuck. How do we get out of here? Oh man, okay, hold on. Hey, there we go. This was off to some other window. It flew out of the freaking galaxy. Had to go and retrieve it. This box is kind of the Matt Damon of preference boxes, I guess. We're always kind of leaving it around on other planets. Delete, camera, delete, yeah, delete point. Goodbye, Matt Damon. Is this gonna track, please? Oh, that's so bad. Why would that be bad though? That point should be very easy. Dan, are big studios using commercially available software or they have proprietary? So there are companies that have proprietary software. I think Weta is kind of big with some proprietary software. In fact, Weta just put out Weta M and Weta H, which is their own builds of Maya and Houdini with their own stuff that they built tacked in. ILM has their own proprietary tracking software. Yeah, some studios use their own software, but for the most part, most of them use software like Maya and 3D Equalizer. Yeah, that's about it. Okay, so I don't like this point. Okay, am I gonna have to... that box went away again. Sorry, the fix that I do, like, throws up a whole bunch of windows. Delete. Okay, I don't know enough about 3D's trackers to know why that didn't do well. I guess I'm gonna track a plant. I didn't wanna, but let's track some plants. Good. Render. How do we get to know the shape we have to give on search area of a track, or is it just trial and error? Half trial and error. So the way that I decided the shape on that plant. So if I picked a plant like this here, I know there's another leaf underneath. So if I make a tracker here, I kind of want to trim out that leaf. I want to trim out the background. Just isolate the planar surface of the leaf. And that wasn't really good anyway, but that's kind of what I'm going for. Weta M or H looks kind of gimmick to me because I doubt they will provide their render engine, Manuka. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know if that's included or not. I didn't know they had their own. I've never heard about Manuka. You gave me exclusive information. Well, not exclusive information. My joke didn't work out there. I don't like this point. Oh, and I gotta do my stupid delete trick now. Okay, no more adding points that I have to delete. Okay. I know I'm slow at this. I'm not good at navigating 3D's viewports, especially after it's been a few months. It's been about 3 months, I think, since I've been in 3D. Due to COVID, they have to build remote infrastructure. Now they're selling it to everyone. Oh. They're selling Manuka out as well? Or just their tools and scripts in their Maya and Houdini builds? Let's track this. I'm not even going to try and fix that. Let's put another one. I'm kind of trying to ignore my own rules because I'm not having fun tracking this stuff. Because you always want to group up your trackers on surfaces. But I don't like it. I don't like this. Oh, that was sad. Dimitri, sometimes it is useful to press the button gauge marker before tracking pattern. I don't understand why. So gauge marker. Gauge marker is making a key. So if I were to go ahead, hit gauge. Yeah, I'd love to keyframe. That's just making a keyframe. But here's the thing though. I do see people hit gauge. And I believe the tracker moves. I think it does. Well, I can remove that gauge there. Just to center it out. Render, just to center it out. The track. Yes, it does move. Yeah, I'm gonna mess with that again on another tracker here. Because when you use gauge, so here's the idea with a tracker. If I make a tracker here, all software is going to look at this pattern. So that's our first keyframe. That's our gauge point that's already there by default. If I hit gauge now, it doesn't move. If I go ahead, so all those frames there were just tracked using that first gauge point, the keyframe. So now if I hit gauge, let's see if it moves. Let's see if it jumps away from this pixel. Because I have to see this. Yeah, see, it didn't move. Yes, it does move. No, it don't. Gauge tracker, when I see it move, people are often using marker or edge or corner or whatever up here. Because I see them tracking like markers on a green screen or something. And they hit gauge and it can snap and isolate more on the shape. That's where I've seen it move. I've never seen it move here because it's refreshing a keyframe. It's gauging the new pixels. It's not snapping to the last pixels because it already did that. That's the track. Yeah, so I'm gonna try it a couple more times. Okay, let's try gauge again. Let's go to something more tough right here. I have, like, it's weird. I have seen, I'm pretty certain I've seen gauge move the tracker. So let's go. Oh, well, okay. Dan, I think they are giving Maya and Houdini shelf tool. Yep. And I saw CEO conversation. It's going to be a monthly. Yeah, it's a cloud service. I wonder. I don't know how much it costs. I want to know what it costs. I'm not gonna do it. I'm trying to switch my whole pipeline over to like Blender, but I still want to use Houdini in the future. So I don't know. Okay, so now that I've tracked all of this, no gauge beforehand. See, gauge helps when, see, because it's all looking at this frame here, and it's tracking, and the image is distorting and warping. 3D's trackers, they warp and skew to give you a better track than what SynthEyes would do. But even 3DE can't keep up with the pattern moving like here, right? Of course, this isn't fair because his hair is coming up. That's where you would gauge your tracker. So I think I saw it move there. Oh wait, yeah. So it managed to move here, and this is like, this is kind of an extreme example with the hair. But based on my theory, it shouldn't have moved, but it did. So it has to, like, I want to know what it's looking at. What if I gauge it right here? Yeah, it moves slightly. Except how do we know that movement is even accurate in the first place? Because what if the tracker could not find its position well enough by itself without you doing gauge? What would lead me to believe that that nudge was any more accurate by hitting gauge? That's a tool that I would question very heavily, honestly. it either way, it virtually didn't move, so it didn't help me at all. But like going forward, it's not gonna, yeah, like, you know, the hair, whatever. But Dimitri, gauge break searching area rotation in the same way. It's very useful in some situations. Break rotation in the same, but that resets, but the rotation resets when you stop tracking, right? Like you put a tracker, let's go. I might have misunderstood what you said too though. But if I were to track from here, are we talking about this tracker rotation here? Because now if I were to track from here, oh, come on. Do I have to remove? Nope. End? I don't know, let's try. Nope. Okay, well, yeah, see the rotation of the tracker was reset with that new tracking range. But that might not be what you meant. So I might have just misinterpreted there. Dan, if Weta gives Amazon massive cloud render instances with subscription, then I'm in. If Weta gives Amazon massive, that's a good point. That'd be awesome. Let me end this. I don't wanna recover that tracker. I guess I could. How do I jump between keys again? Is it page up and down? Yeah, page up and down to jump between keys. That's close enough. How many points do I have? Can I cheat and just solve something now? 3DE needs a minimum 8 trackers, I know. Let me, Alt. Oh, nope. Okay, there we go. Oh, what's this? Imagine 150,000 cores for rendering, which they are using for Avatar 2, 3, and 4. Oh my god. If what it gives, oh yeah. I can't fully appreciate that in my head. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, let me just track backwards and get some points here lasting so I can stop this. Because I don't know what I'm doing. That's close enough. Oh, I don't like this. Let's see what it does. Just work. It worked. Okay. Dan, only benefits the big production house. Yeah. Kind of wonder what their subscription models are. What their enterprise pricing might be. It's 12. One more hour and then I can nerd out. What do I have? 1, 2, oh no. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Oh, I don't need many points left. Yeah, gross. I love moving this box. I love that about the tracker so much. I wish I could do that in Sensei's. And we're done. Tight headphones, man. Really painful. I have the wireless headphones and they are really good, but really painful for the ears. Yeah, these are so bad. These are really bad. Yeah, my ears are not expressing an emotion that would be welcome at a dinner party. That was another very dumb thing to say. I don't know why I said that. Anyway, so let's move on. Let's get one more thing on the foliage. Oh my goodness, stop centering. Let's go get this thing. And then I think I'm gonna call it done. I'm gonna make an attempt to solve this and do a really bad job at it. Oh, it tracked okay. What? Oh, endpoint. Okay. No. Okay, let's just cut it off there. Okay, so now, you know what? I gotta try. I'm gonna see what happens if I try to solve here. Just for shiggles. Okay, so first off, I guess, what am I gonna hit? Alt-6? Nope, that's not gonna open it up on my computer. So let's go Windows, parameter adjustment. Oh no, it's opening on another page, isn't it? Hold on. Ugly mug. One more time. Okay. We got our parameter adjustment window, and I am going to select our lens for our camera. And over here, I'm just gonna kick this off first with our radial lens stuff. I'm gonna go just with the regular. I'm assuming this is quadratic. It's just called distortion degree 2. I'm assuming that's quadratic. So I'm gonna put on quadratic and quartic. And also I'm gonna come to focal length and I'm gonna give it adjust. I'm going to change, I should enter in my film back. I don't want to. Yeah, let's just see what happens. I'm gonna brute force it first. No change of samples. Just gonna let that go for a moment and I might stop it manually. So give that like 1 second. Yeah, if I had, if I did take the time to put in my film back there, I would have taken my focal length and I would have given it roughly 8 millimeters. And then for the focal length, I would have given it adaptive and I would have set a range, like a little expanded range, like maybe 5 millimeters up and down to have it search between to help out the calculation. But I'm lazy. Okay, so I'm going to stop it here. Brute force can go on forever. Brute force is the kind of thing that you want to use network calc, which, you know, basically is a render farm for 3D equalizer. So now I'm going to swap everything to adaptive. Oh no, there's a calc finish window here that appeared somewhere else. Okay, ugly mug again. And transfer, the error 2 point whatever, sure, why not? There's a lot of rolling shutter in the shot and it's slow motion, so the shutter is kind of slow and there. So my error is not likely going to get that good. So after that, let's go adaptive and just see what it does with this. RenderHouse, one more question related to the footage. So if we want that cliff to destruct, what about the trees? We have to replace it with CG trees and clean that footage trees. I mean, there might be another way to make it whole CG, but if someone has done this way, from what I've seen in studios I worked at, we just remake the trees. Get speed tree, make some low poly tree. They're far away. Yeah, you're not gonna do very well if you keep the trees that are there. Some people make their destruction, I've seen this, some people make the destruction so rapid and have it kick up so much smoke up front that it hides the fake trees. So it depends on what you want to do. But if it's maybe there's not a lot of smoke. It's rainy, things are wet, there's not a lot of smoke. So the rocks tumble down, you're gonna see the trees. You're gonna see those little JPEG cards if you try to extract them. I would just make CG trees. Just, yeah, find your trees. Do a little paint scatter on the mountain. Yeah, that's all I got. Adaptive is not. It's taking a little bit, isn't it? Oh, did it finish off to the side? Okay, one sec. .4. That's not very good. Again, I don't usually use 3D on my footage, and my camera has ugly shutter, and I'm not calculating for that. So, what did that do? Focal length. Let's just see what this does. I'm gonna hit F4. There's some distortion. Maybe I didn't shoot this at 8mm. Okay, whatever. Let's hit Alt-C to calc. Okay, that looks reasonable. What was that? What was that? Did I leave a point? Oh, I did. There's a tracker just doing this. Oh no, I did those calculations with that tracker. Gonna end that point. Oh man, and this tracker's just stuck there too. Why did nobody stop me? Oh no, how many trackers are doing that? There's one. There's, wow, nobody stopped me. I have so much untempered power. Desmond, hello. It has been some time since I've heard from you, Desmond. But also, I haven't streamed in a long time, so. Ren, oops. Dimitri, endpoint lock curve, it's the rule. Can you lock points in 3D? I thought they were just automatically done with when they're deselected. I actually didn't know. You can lock here? Edit free. Oh, can I lock these? Modify. Lock to. Ah. Look at that. See, I don't track in 3D ever. This is like the first time I've done it in probably half a year or a year. Yeah, I didn't know you could lock there. MX, the echo and the audio is epic. It's unintentional, but I appreciate it. People have been commenting on the echo, and I can't hear it in my headphones. So I think I know where it's coming from, but it's going to be gone the next time I stream. So enjoy the echo while it's here. The other streams are going to be far less epic, and wow, you're left with me. Okay, so let's see, did that do it? I'm gonna go back and recalc those parameters real quick. So view, parameter adjustment. Oh my goodness, my windows. Okay, sorry, we're going back to my massive personality. Let's see, Alt-6, no Alt-D. There we go. Personality gone. Okay, let me clear this. I don't think, actually, I should have just worked with that. Let me just see if I can brute force this just like this. Because, I'm sorry, adaptive. Because adaptive sometimes works from scratch. Adaptive can give you some pretty crazy results if you do it just by itself, sometimes. But, sometimes it works pretty well. Okay, now I have to switch it back because of my weird issue, and 3DE is one of the software that likes your main display, which I do not work off my main display, so I keep my taskbar off the stream. So it keeps flying windows over there, except it flies them even further off screen, and I can't touch them until I do Windows D and get all the windows. Okay, okay, yeah, the air is better. Cool. So let's give it a solve. Alt-C. Looking good. Use result. And F3, nope, F5, sorry. Cool. I saw my point slide. I see shutter. I see rolling shutter slide, which is fine. I'm not going to calculate that. I don't know how to calculate rolling shutter in 3D because I don't solve in 3D very often. Let's see. Above gauge marker, orange button, lock curve. Oh, it's here. It's actually there. Oh, yeah. Oh, I wish I saw that earlier. Deform track. I've used deform track. I like that. I say I like... Man, there is a saucy vehicle outside yelling at me. Sorry about the sirens. I live pretty close to a hospital. Okay, let me just read the messages. Sorry. Above gauge marker, orange button, lock curve. Nice. Yeah, thanks for letting me know about that, Dimitri. That's a good... I didn't realize the button was right there. That was much handier. Render house. It's clean and good to me too. Just use headphones to listen. It will be fine. Oh, man. I need like something to deepen my voice. I do like my sensor. I wonder if my sensor button echoes. Oh, I can't tell. So. Got a very echoey sensor in there. I should have used that button a whole lot earlier when I was complaining about my piece of solve. Where am I? You know what? I don't know where to go from here. I don't know how to orient a scene in 3D. All I know, I think, is that if you had more trackers, you have the option to... Wait. Select points. I know there was a place. I know there was a place to tell points what axis they were on, and you could snap your scene. Oh, I like auto center, if that's what I think it is. Yeah, I don't know what I'm doing. I'm kind of done. This is as far as I know how to work with 3D. I can deal with some decent free moves, but I do all the alignment in other software. Because I'm okay with distortion. I kind of understand distortion for anamorphic stuff and whatever. But I don't know much beyond the animation and all that. Real in points. Real in points? What's real in points? Oh, I didn't lock them all of them, did I? Wait, what did I do? How did I do? Oh, they are locked. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. How much time do I have? I have 40 minutes. Wait, can I... Sorry, people want to bear with me. I really want to see... Again, the only reason I'm streaming is because I'm literally waiting for Fortnite to be playable again. So, I gotta apologize. I want to see what this new battle thing is. Sorry, I know nobody likes Fortnite, but I've been waiting for this for a while. Okay, I don't want any more spoilers. I want to just jump into the map and see it. We had a big event, big spaceship crashed and stuff, and now the map's all messed up. But I want to jump in. I'm waiting to jump in with some friends, but I can only do it in like 40 minutes. So, all right, let's see. Dimitri, so get new 3D point on existing solve axes like add 0 weight point in Synthesize if you need more 3D. Oh, how do you do that? Yeah, how do you do that if I were to like 0 weight? So if I make a tracker and track, oh my. Let me just log on first. Where's my music? Okay, so let's pretend that was the best tracker in the world. And I'll end that point. Okay, what happened to the clone stream? Dan, okay, so here's so here's the kind of order of events. I'll try to compress this. When I first was about to do that stream and the roto-anim stream, I started my transition to leave my current studio, to leave Track VFX. When I started that, it prompted me to build a syllabus for the studio so that they can learn all the stuff that I do and try to learn it fast for beginners. So the videos on YouTube, on the main channel that I've been posting, I spent all my time doing that. I didn't have any time to stream for a good month and a half or so because of all the tasks that I had to do now. So, the clone stream and the roto-anim are likely gonna happen within the next week or two. Right now, I'm streaming just because I literally had nothing to do until this. I just needed to kill some time. But yeah, within the next week or two, the next one is going to be the roto-anim stream. And that's likely going to be a 2 or 3 part stream. That's a big stream. That's for Render House. And I feel bad that he's had to wait for so long. The clone stream I'm excited about. I've been learning a lot of Fusion. I had to do VFX for a short film here recently with a friend, but it forced me to learn Fusion. So I'm kind of okay navigating Fusion now. So I'm going to do the clone stream right away soon as well. And I'm also going to try my best to set it up in Fusion after I track and solve it. And I'm going to try and put them together. I'm going to make sure the shots are... I think I'm going to roto the shots before the stream so that when we line them up, we can actually see the final roto versions of the clones walking in the scene. So I'll just have to bring the cameras and stuff into Fusion and make sure that they're sitting in the world space correctly. And yeah. Oh, I found the footage for one of my... wait, I wonder if I... Can I find it? Is there a way on Discord to just show the files you've sent? Because I found my clone stream some time ago. I want to show it. I want to show it right now, but I don't remember where it is. Wait, I think I can do this. Dimitri, line up, edit, reel in points. You can try if you want. Yeah, I want to try. Let me see. Edit. Oh crap, what was it? Edit, no, line up, edit. Oh, I looked in the wrong spot, didn't I? Oh no, where am I gonna find lineup? Render, is it in the file transfer? No, unfortunately not. Dan, thank you. You're the best, Kevin. I'm the best, Kevin? I am the best, Kevin. Man, I just want like a little desk trophy that says world's best, Kevin. That'd be so good. Calvin. I don't know where lineup is. What was I doing? Oh yeah, hold on. I was gonna show the clone thing. I got it here. Okay, yes, I got it here. Sorry, I almost got it here. Aw, didn't work. Okay, hold on, I still got it here. Sorry, this is worth showing. Yeah, I'm just putting it on my drive, and then I can show it in a moment here. Okay, it's uploading. I'm going to swap real quick. Just to weird genetic disaster again. Oh, that's bright. And it is rather late. My eyes are not very well adjusted. I think nope. Oh, here we are. Okay, about time. Yes, I got it. Oh my goodness, I got it. Okay. And here it is. I just saw Render House's Discord thing. That's so good. Okay, so where's my chat? I hid my chat now. Okay, so when I do the clone stream, so this was my very first test that I've ever done of it. I did this test because we were talking with a client, and this client was actually the person who I was talking to worked for ILM. And a lot of studios do this method, but people have some different names for it sometimes. ILM apparently calls this ZPO. So Z repo, Z reposition, you know, Z depth. You're repositioning your person in space on a 3D card. So I walked back filming him in one shot, and then I kind of counted my steps so I can pace it so my camera did as close to the same move as I can, with him at a different position. So you could see that there's a little bit of slippage on the ground behind his legs. That's because I didn't roto this shot. I did not spend any time rotoing the back version of him. I rotoed the foreground version of him because, I don't know, that was more noticeable if there was an error there. So yeah, I didn't focus too much on him at the back. I didn't isolate his shadow. And because I left too much ground too high up his body, you could see the parallax shift. But the floor, where his feet contact with the floor, they stick with the carpet in the other shot. So if you rotoed it a little bit better, it will stick. Yeah, we had to do something like this for a commercial and also for a TV show. The TV show, what was it? I don't remember what the TV show was. But yeah, it kind of forced me to kind of sit and play with this. I knew what they were talking about, but I had to build a shot and show that we could do it. And this was the shot that I came out with, and we showed it to them, and yeah, we got to do the shots. And it was a lot of fun. Okay, let's see. Render. The person are the clones too. Wait, what? Cool, didn't know it's composited. Hell yeah, that's the goal. But yeah, so that I'm hoping I'm gonna do this stream after the RotoAnim stream, because the RotoAnim stream I promised to do that first. See, yeah. Anyway, that's the stream. What time is it? 12:20. Okay, so I did this. I messed with it. Oh, this is not what oh, well, might as well show this just for fun. I'm doing a little animation for some track logo stuff. And I was trying to mimic the PS5 presentation graphics, where they have their shapes coming out of their matte surface. So I was doing some just little tests here, so I can maybe make some new stream graphics eventually. So yeah, that's not what I thought it was. And let's see this. So, man, I wish I knew where lineup was. Oh, is it over here? Wait a minute. Nope, never mind. Okay, I don't know where it is. Okay, so I guess if anybody has any questions lingering, tracking or whatever, I don't know, whatever you think I might have an answer for. But if anybody has any lingering questions, I might jump off here soon because I want to get ready to game. And potentially miss my first couple hours of work because I'll be up late. I do gotta play with 3D more. 3D has some cool tools, like it has some pretty nifty RotoAnim tools. I like that. But definitely I want to understand a bit more so I can handle some tougher anamorphic shots. Let's hide that too. I have no business being there. So it looks like there is no questions, which is good. You know, I think I set this. Did I set this color management to... No, I want this one to be filmic. Yeah. Yeah, I like that one as filmic more. All right, so no questions. That is good. That is easy. And I'm gonna swap this over to the end card. What's my end card still? Oh, thanks for watching. Okay, cool. I couldn't remember if I changed any of those other graphics and stuff. It's been a while. I kind of had to remember how to remember all the stuff I had to set for Streamlabs and the start card. I kind of forgot where everything was at first. So it's good to see that things seem to work well for this stream. And hopefully I figure out the echo issue. And I will try to... Well, I was going to say I'll try to have my mic sooner, but my mic's, being shipped from the States. Won't be here for like 2-3 weeks. So I can't just try have it faster. But oh man, I'll will it. I'll try to think about it as best I can. I'll assure you that. Ren, see you soon, Calvin. Thanks for the help. Yeah, I hope there was some useful information here. Yeah, I'll be honest. I didn't expect many people to show up, so it's kind of cool that there were some people here asking questions. So yeah, I hope there was some useful information. Thank you, Dan. All right, I'm gonna fade out my mic and just let this die out. Thank you for stopping by, and have a good one. I just had to come back and comment on the Stranger Things thing. But it's kind of funny, because I thought that you were referencing the Fortnite thing that I just flashed, because the new season is doing some Stranger Things sideways world, as they're calling it. And for a second I thought you were talking about that. I was like, oh my god, somebody else here plays. But I'm excited for the 4th season too. Alright, I gotta go. Later, I'm tired. Oh, and yes, the music is fantastic. I love this playlist.